Hey, welcome to Scrapping It Up. I'm Vanessa Peter, and welcome to part 2 of our National Scrapbook Day project for 2022. So welcome back, my friends. This is what we're making, all right? And it just takes file folders. It just takes 6 file folders to make the portrait one. And then on my Facebook page, I'm teaching you how to do the landscaped one. And I am offering the tutorial right now for 50% off until May 15th. Go grab it while it's 50% off. After May 15th, it will go up to regular price. I am including the cardstock option with this tutorial as well, because I know a lot of you can't get a hold of these file folders. So, I mean, it's not as cute, but it works, okay? And so if you purchase the tutorial, you get tutorial. I can't talk. You get the cutting guide, written instructions, and you're going to get all the classes to make the portrait and the landscape and the cardstock option as well to make both of them. Okay. So go grab it while it's 50% off. Go to my website, scrappingitup.com, and pick yours up, and I will put the link down below. So you can just click on it, and away you go. And I'll also put a link down there for file folders as well. I earn just a little bit of a commission if you go through my link. It just kind of helps supports my channel. Okay. All right. So in the last one, we got our cover made. We got our attachment in the middle of our album. Okay. So now we're going to get the rest of it made, okay? And hopefully you got your homework done with the tie back. All right, so I got my pieces all ready to go here. And these are 4 1/4 by 9 1/4 with just a hair just over 9 1/4, okay? So I'm going to tape that there, and then I'm going to glue that. I did get all of this inked as well, okay? So when you put your front cover on, just make sure your front, okay? Don't do what I did in the first video. I had to use my undo to, to redo it. All right. So I'm going to attach this. Oh, and I am using the Simple Vintage Coastal from Simple Stories, okay, to decorate this. Okay. Thought I better mention that as well. And I could put a link to, I'll put some links down below to alcohol ink, okay, and anything else that I may use. I will put some links down below, so that way if you want to go get them, you can, okay, and it'll be through Amazon. And yeah, I do earn a small commission if you go through my link. It just helps support my channel. All right, so I got that on. Now let's glue this on. This is a pocket. And I'm going to bet my glue is probably, ouch. So we'll see. All right, so I'm just going to glue 3 ends. I'm just going to glue right along the edge. And the reason I don't use, we could use cardstock so we have the full use of the pocket, but I didn't want to bulk it up, because that does, it bulks it up more. So I just thought we'd just use glue, so that way we'd have more room in our album for embellishments or photos. Okay, I'm just going to place this right along the edge. Right along the edge. You're going to line it up, stick her down. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the back. And I got my piece already cut and inked. And this one again is 4 1/4. Oops, I want to get that corner just a little bit better. Oops, I want my glue. All right. So again, I'm going to attach it. Now, I'm going to put a sticky note here that's going to say back. Just so when we go to attach our attachments, we'll know which one's back and which one is front. Guess I could just write on the back of this. Okay, so this one here, you just glue 2 sides because we didn't have to do anything to it. So you just glue in 2 sides. Glue it down. So that way you have a pocket on front and on back. Sorry, my son's texting me. I'm pretty sure that's who's texting me. All right. So that is done. Yay. Okay. Let's put this aside. Let's grab our file folders. Okay. Grab your file folders. And let's work on some. This one you're going to need 2 bottom. 2 bottom, please. 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. So, with our folders, okay, like this, we are going to cut from the tab side at 5.5 inches from each tab. Okay, from each tab, always measure from the tab side. We're going to cut at 5.5 inches. Oh, in the closed position. Okay, got it. Rewind. In the closed position, we're going to cut 5.5 inches. So you want your tab on the 5.5 inches. And I'm going to straighten my tab or my folder up just a little bit. Okay. Okay. So that way it's cutting on a straight edge. So otherwise it may get a little crooked on you. So 5.5 inches, you want this tab right here on 5.5 inches, and you're going to cut. Okay. 5.5 inches. Okay. You need another set. Save this because this becomes a booklet. Okay. This is a little booklet in the album. So save that. So grab your other bottom file folder. And again, I'm going to straighten up the tab side just a hair. Okay. So I have a straight edge to cut from. Okay. From the tab again at 5.5 inches and cut. Okay, save this piece because it's a booklet. Do not, that's our little booklets in our front of our album. Okay, so now keep these pieces separate. Okay, keep these pieces separate. Okay, so now what we're going to do, okay, now these need to go down to 9.5 inches. Okay, so now we can cut these down to 9.5 inches. I already have my straight edge here, so I'm going to cut these down to 9.5 inches. Okay. Do that to both pieces. Okay, do it to both pieces. 9.5 inches. Now you're going to grab your scoreboard, and we're going to score on the straight edges at 1/2 inch. Okay, on both pieces. Okay, score 1/2 inch on all 4 pieces. Keep your pieces together, okay? Okay, so that's one, because one's for the front side and one is for the back side. Okay, score 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. Okay. Now, okay, there's those. Attach on the front side of piece B with the tabs at the bottom. Okay. And then you're doing the same process on the back side. So tabs at the bottom. So I'm going to put them like this, and I'm going to put my score pouch tape right along here. Okay. Do this to all 4 pieces, please. Okay, there's that one. You can round your corners, which I will be rounding mine. Ink them before you attach them. Okay. All right. Now you can fold and burnish. Fold and burnish. Okay, keeping your pieces together. Okay, keeping your pieces together. Those 2 go together, and these 2 are going to go together. All right, so I'm going to round my corners. I think I rounded my corners, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yes. Yep, they're rounded. Okay. So now I'm just going to ink them real quick. I could just ink where we're going to be attaching them. That way you don't have to watch me ink for 15 minutes. You don't want to watch me ink. You want to watch me put this together. This really is a very cute album. I hope you give it a try. In the comments, let me know if you're going to give it a try. Maybe what paper line you're using. If you enjoyed it, did you make one? I'd love to know. All right, that'll get me by for that one. Let's get this one. The ink and really, and you don't, I mean, you could use alcohol, distress ink that matches your paper. You don't have to use brown like I'm doing. You could use red or blue to match your paper. It's your album, your way. All right, got that done. So, let's attach these. So, open up your album. Here is your page attachment, okay? Here's your back. Here's your front. Your tabs go down at the bottom. Tabs at the bottom. Oops, I'm going to ink that one just a little bit better. There we go. You're attaching the tab piece first. Tab piece, this is your long tab. This is your short tab. You're attaching, ooh, excuse me, geez. Okay, now I did 1/8 of an inch away. I thought I did. Okay, this piece here is going to go right along. That's you inked here, so right along. Don't put it on that 1/4 of an inch. You have a 1/4 inch, okay? You have a 1/4 inch right here. That's a gusset, okay? You're putting it right along that score line. Oops, I gotta get my right piece. Right here, just right along that score line. And my piece lines up. It might be just a hair too long, but that's all right. Okay, I'm gonna attach it. This piece, the long tab, is going to go 1/8 of an inch away. And you don't have to do the 1/8 of an inch. That's my preference. I like the way that it looks. It's just a decorational aspect. I like it when it has the 1/8 of an inch from that. I like that. Okay. So now you're going to do the same thing to the back side. Back side. Okay, here's your back pocket right here. Okay. So let me ink real quick. And I can ink the rest of it later. I will go ahead and round my corners. Okay. This is really an easy album to put together, guys. It really is. We only got a few more pieces and we're done. All right. All right. So you're putting the tab side first. Tab side. Oh, I put my tape on the wrong side. Oh, well. Yeah, I got that. I got that one right down at the bottom, but I sure didn't get this one right. How did I flip it? Yikes. Anyway, crap. Yeah, tape should have been. I wonder if I can peel that off. Shall we try it? Come on. It usually works for me. Yeah, it's going to. Oh, don't stick that. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but sometimes this is just how I do it. Don't tear in. Oh, that come off easier than what I thought it would. Yeeks. On the bottom, guys. On the bottom. Okay. Oh my gosh. And it really doesn't matter your tab's bottom or top. It's if you prefer to be the other way, do it the other way. Okay, this is just how I designed this album. Okay, so this one goes first, right along that score line. Right along that score line. Make sure she's lined up. And take your tape off. And this one, I'm going to put it 1/8 of an inch away. That looks good. All right, there's that. Woohoo! I didn't get that inked very well. Nice. Oh, I know why, because that's where I took the tape off. That's why. All right. Okay, grab your last two folders. Your last two folders. Just a second. All right. So it's attached at top and attached at the bottom. I don't know why I have two of these. So let's see. Okay. So again, I'm just going to straighten up. This is a top tab folder. I'm just going to straighten this one up just a hair. Okay, just a hair. Now I'm going to cut 5.5 inches again down. Okay, 5.5 inches from my tab. From my tab. Okay, and cut. All right. Now I can cut these down to 9.5. Okay, so I'm going to go from my straight edge and cut them down to 9.5. Okay. There we go. I think one of these has to be, I think we were supposed to do the 5.5 from each tab. I think's what we were supposed to do. Yep, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Yep. So one of these is going to have to be cut down. Okay. So it's 5 inches from each tab. So 5.5. That one's correct. Now see, this one's, that's why. All right. Okay. So 5.5 on your short tab. Okay. So I'm going to straighten up this folder just a hair. This is our other top tab folder. Okay. This is our other top tab folder. So from the tab, I'm going to cut it at 5.5. Well, it has the long side. Oh, I know what, because this one's shorter, because you were supposed to cut 5.5 and 5.5. So we're gonna do that right now. Okay, ignore what I just done. Okay, ignore what I just done. So from each tab, you're gonna cut 5.5. Okay, from each tab side, you're gonna cut 5.5. So 5.5. Flip it over. And I want the straight side, so I'm going to put this at 5. Well, I'll straighten up this other side just a hair. Okay. That way I have a straight edge. So 5.5. Okay. So you're going 5.5 from each tab. So that way each piece is 5.5. Okay. Your long tab side is 5.5 and your tab side is 5.5. Do not throw this piece away because we will be using it. So, okay. Do not throw this piece away. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your scoreboard out. And you're going to score it 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch. Oh, we need to cut these down to 9.5. Sorry about that. Need to cut these down to 9.5. Okay, so cut these down to 9.5. Okay. And I should have cut off the other side. I should have cut it off the long tab, but that's all right. No biggie. Yeah, you should have cut the 9.5 off this end up here, but that's okay. It is a-okay. Okay, now you need to look how these are going to go in your book. Okay, because we want the front one. We want it top and top. Okay, you want those tabs at the top. So, top, and the tab one goes in the front. So, I'm going to apply my tape. So, my tab, because you want the tape to go underneath of you. Okay, so like, okay, so just like that. Now, you want this tab to be at top. Okay. So you just got to pay attention how you put your tape on. Is how, put your tab where it goes and then put your tape on. And just make sure your tape is the underneath, going underneath side. Okay. So just like that. So let me ink these real quick. And then we got our pockets to do, and we're going to be done. Well, we have our tie back. Okay. I'll ink this one. All right. There we go. Okay, this one goes at top. And right on top of there. Line it up with your edge and put her down. Okay. I'm going to flip mine around so I can do it better on this side. Line it up and take your tape off. All right. All right, now okay, that one piece that was left over, the one that we cut are this piece and this piece, 5.5 inches. Okay, this piece that is left over. Okay, this piece that is left over. Now what you're going to do, with it in the closed position, you're going to cut two pieces that are 5.5. Okay, so you need two pieces that are 5.5 out of this. Let me make sure. That would be 11 inches, and we just barely got it. That's why I said just barely cut enough off for to straighten your folder out. So 2 pieces that are 5 1/2. 5 1/2 and 5 1/2. That's all we had. Okay, 5 1/2. If you have to get you another file, you know, you can use it for mats. Okay. All right. So these pieces now. Is 5 1/2 right? Yeah. Okay. Grab your scoreboard. Okay. Grab your scoreboard. Now you're going to open these up. You're going to score 1/2 inch on each side. 1/2 inch on each side. Okay. 1/2 inch on each side. Okay. Open these pieces up. And 1/2 inch on each side. Yes. Okay. Your cutting guide will be right with the file folder. I'll get it changed before I get these all uploaded. But your cutting guide will be right. So the 6 folder, we could use it for photo mats. Because this is our last piece right here. And then a belly band. Okay. So we have this now. All right. So what we're going to do, you're going to notch right on that natural fold line. You're going to make a notch. You're notching that out. We're going to reduce some bulk. Okay, just notch it right out on both pieces, please. Okay, just notch that out. Okay. We're going to make 2 pockets, but they're going to be independent. They're not at the same. This isn't a stacked pocket. I want 2 independent pockets for this album. Okay, so here's the tricky part. Your top piece, these are going to fold in. They're folding in. Okay, and you're going to attach those. Then these back ones are going to fold under to attach. Okay, so you have a piece just like that. Okay, so let me ink this real quick. All right, so I'm going to open it up. And you can use glue, you can use tape. I think I'm going to use glue. Now I'm just going to apply my glue to these 1/2 inch pieces here. Fold them up and attach. Okay. Now you're going to grab your book. This front one, oh, I should not have rounded the corners. That was dumb. Yikes. So I'm going to put my pocket, and my pocket is almost a hair too long. Let me see what this one looks like. This one might fit a little bit better. Okay. So, I see this one is just a little bit too long, so I'm just making me kind of a new score line. I'm going to cut that little because it was going over my edge, and I didn't want it going over my edge. Okay, so let's ink this. Okay, let's glue these sides down. Okay, let's glue. The top one folds over, and then you glue it, and then the bottom ones fold underneath, and that's what you glue down to your page. That way you have two separate pockets. Two separate pockets. Oh, I probably should ink this. Yeah, I shouldn't have rounded my corners on this. That's all right. There's never a mistake. Never a mistake in scrapbooking. So I'm just going to put this pocket about, and I'll just add a little strip of paper down here. Works for me. Now you want to make sure you don't go over on this side, because you don't want any resistance when you flip this open. So if you have to, you can kind of pucker your pocket just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to stick my glue down. And on this too, you have to glue the bottom down as well. Okay, so your stuff doesn't fall out. So you have to glue the bottom down, okay? Okay. So I'm going to glue this side first, because I do not want to go over on that side. If I have to, I'll pucker my pocket just a little. That's not going to hurt nothing, okay? Because you do not want to go over on this side whatsoever, because when you open that, you'll get resistance. And I thought I felt resistance when I opened mine. I feel a little bit of resistance, but you know, you're not going to be. Yeah, I feel just a little bit on mine. There, lucky. Now go to your back side. And this pocket is going to go right here. That could almost be scored on a new score line, but it's too late now. Yeah, see, it's almost 1/8 of an inch. Can I pucker that enough to where it's... Darn it. And see, that tab should have been... I should have cut on that. See, here's... That tab should have been a lot shorter. But that's all right. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my glue down on this side to make this, and then glue on the bottom. Then I'll glue my other one here in just a minute to make this work. And I'm just going to add a strip of paper down here. Okay, right along the edge. And then I'm going to come... Oh, geez. Yeah, well, I buckled it all right. There. Now. I have it where I want it, so I'm going to raise this up and stick my glue down. See, this side got, yikes. That needs to be over. There. I'm going to hold it there for a minute. All right. There. Phew. Got it. Got it. There we go. And you don't even have to put these pockets on here if you don't want to. I think they're pretty neat, because now you have a pocket here independent and a pocket here that is independent. All right, we have a belly band to put on here, and remember I told you, do not throw that piece away. It's this piece right here. Okay, I have my paper ready to go down. Oops, let me get my glue. And two, you could always test it and make sure she's going to fit. You could always put it back in your scoreboard and rescore a line if you have to. I probably didn't have mine right on the 5.5-inch line, probably. This is our belly band. This is going on the inside of our attachment piece, okay? This is a piece that we attached in the middle of the spine. So you open it up in the middle. There's our middle of our album. On this side here, you're going to attach your paper first and then attach your belly band. All right. Now this belly band is going to go here. Now, you can either use this belly band and just glue it, or you can use one of these pieces. I think I just glued mine. Yep, I did. I just glued mine. So that's one. Okay, I'm going to ink this just real quick. When you glue them down, you don't get full use of it. But that's okay, because I don't want to bulk this album up. I want to save room for all the embellishments and photographs. So I'm just going to glue each end. Okay. And I think where's my belly band? 3/4 of an inch from the score line. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball it. You want to make sure this flap is closed, because you don't want to go, you want to save just a little bit of room. Okay, because you're going to slide a photo mat in there to keep this side nice and tidy. Okay. So that other file folder that, I miscut. Okay, you can use these for photo mats. Okay, so use these for photo mats. You do have the two that I told you to save for booklets. So now you can use this one as a booklet as well. That one, the very first file folder that I goofed up on. Okay, because actually you only needed one, you didn't need two. So you can now use this one for photo mats. Okay. All right. Thought that's how I done it. So you'll use these for photo mats. In fact, let's just go ahead and let's cut them for photo mats. I think I'm gonna go 8 1/4. Okay, so let's try 8 1/4 and see if that works. That one's too big. And cut it down. So 8 1/4. I'm gonna cut on the long. I'm grabbing my long tab one, and I'm gonna cut on the long tab side at 8 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna round all my corners and see how this fits. So that one would go in here. Oh, perfect. Then I think I'm going to cut. Let's see, what's this one measure? 9 1/2. So that would be 4. 4 1/2 and 4 1/2 would be 9. So 4 3/4 would be half. Right? But all right, I'm going to cut my piece. I want it to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to go 6 1/2. We can use that as a, and I think we have to cut just a hair off of it because I think it's too long. So I'm going to go, let's see what I do on my, I went 4 1/2. So from the tab, okay, from the tab, I'm going to go 4 3/4. And 4 1/2. We better go 4 1/2. I had done that for a reason. Okay. Now this will be our closing one. Okay. So this one here, we'll just slide right in here. Keep that nice and tidy. So here, this one, can be in our pocket. Okay, our little booklets. Let's see, let me grab one of my little booklets and see what I cut those down to. I cut it down to 8 3/4. So let's try 8 3/4. It depends on how much glue you put on. If you put on a lot of glue, you're going to lose some of your booklet. Okay, so what I say, 8 3/4. But you want to put enough glue on it too to, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. Oh, perfect. You can almost, I'm going to go 8 1/2 on this one. So test your pocket. This one I'm going down to, I'll go 8 5/8. I'll cut off just a little bit. Okay. There, perfect. Okay, let's test our back one. Does it work? I'm going to go 8 1/4 or 8 5/8 on it too. So it depends on how much glue that you use, okay? So there's our little booklet for the back. And I rounded my corners because a rounded corner will take a beating a lot better. Oh, how stinking cute. Now, you could round these little pieces here, make them into little booklets. They can either hold a little photo or they can be little journaling. Decorate them up. Oh, how cute. Ink them up. And they'll be, make them whatever you want. If you just want to journal, you have some little photos to put on these. Cute. Now, we have this piece left. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right in half. I'm going to cut this piece right in half. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. So we're talking 11. So I'm going to cut one of them. I'm going to cut one at 6.5. Okay, one, cut it at 6.5, and then whatever we have left. Okay, there we go. I think these will fit in the pockets. Oh yeah, perfect. And stick that one in there. That one can go in there. And go to the back. So there's our, now we have all our photo mats. I need to put one of them bigger ones back here. Okay. So I have a bigger one. So you can just place them however you like. Okay. This one might even get it added here. There, that's perfect. Perfect. Now these little pieces here, you know, you could cut them up whatever size you want and make little journaling things with them, or you can just throw them away. All right. Oh, this one's almost an hour long. Woohoo! Okay, tie back, and then this is our last piece of our construction. Okay. So I'm going to open my book to the middle. Okay, I'm opening it up to the middle. And I'm going to make sure this fits. Oh, it does. It does. Yes. So I'm going to kind of line this up to where I have a little over 3/4 on each side. Okay, you just want to position it in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's where I want it to go. Okay, and it doesn't, your paper is going to cover it up a little bit anyway. Okay, because you're going to put paper over this. So how I do it, I take one side off, try and line it up the best that I can. Okay, then I take the rest of my tape off. Okay. And take my other tape off. It goes on really, really nice, really. Okay. And just kind of fold on it a little bit to reinforce it. There, look at that. See, that's why I say you need tape on your whole piece of tie-back, because if you missed your tape right here, it's going to buckle on you. It's going to bubble up on you, and it won't look pretty. But look at that. Love it. And then see, you just put your paper like that. Look at that, how pretty that is. That is just enough of an offset color. It just makes, I don't know if I'll use that for a cover or not, but very cute. So I hope you guys will make this. I will be doing the decorating. So there will be a few more classes with the decorating aspect. Okay. Just make sure you got a good stick on that. Okay, guys. So I will be doing some decorating on this with you guys. So look forward to those classes. I'll try and get them done here in the next, I'll get them done probably before, they'll be posted probably this in a day. I may try and get one done so that way you have them every day. That way if you want to decorate it like I'm decorating it and you're trying to make it for Mother's Day, you'll be able to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It is a fun one to make. You just seen how easy it is to make this. It holds about 60 photos. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this little cutie. So, you have a pocket. This opens up. You have your little booklet here, and I will round my corners. And you have a flap and a flap. Flap. That opens up. Then you have a belly band here. This opens up. You have a photo mat here. And then these just keep this all nice and tidy. Okay. Then you have a flip and a flip. We're back to the back. And here's your other booklet. How cute. How cute is that, guys? All right. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please, please, please. And I will start working on getting the classes done for the decorating. So keep your eyes out for that. All right. All right. As always, keep scrapping. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.